Outings like this are super important. It's about pulling people out of the dark and surrounding them with the people in the light in terms of where they want to head and giving them that faith that as long as they're willing to put in the work, it will come. Lion King's Rehab Tour 3.0. Crazy day, guys. We saw 12 properties in about 8 hours with a bunch of incredible people. Let's break it down. So if you guys want to flip through this, all the information you need to know is right here on every single property. Had an incredible turnout this year at the Rehab Tour. We started the day at Lion headquarters at 65 Jefferson Boulevard, and we jumped on the bus and drove to Woonsocket. That was the farthest property from the office, and we worked our way back through Warwick. The very first thing that we do every time we jump on the tour bus is we tell everybody a little bit about ourselves. So I want to hear about you guys so we can start to build that camaraderie. It's about learning that real estate is a team sport. In order to play in that team sport, you need to know other individuals and build those relationships, and that's what the Rehab Tour is all about. First property was 746 Elm Street, and this has been a crazy property in terms of acquisition, all the way through removing the tenant, aka the former owner, to actually gaining control of the property. Right now, we are in the process of receiving quotes. The two biggest things that we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to refinish all the hardwood floors, we're gonna paint everything. From 746 Elm Street, we toured our first commercial multifamily, Compliments and Moss Home Solutions. And the cool part there is that we had never had a commercial multifamily on the Rehab Tour before, and we had 2 Compliments of Moss Homes.
It's actually a legal 6. We thought it was a 5, it's a 6. We bought it for $270. Now it's vacant and we're just running through it.
And it was a little bit different with the commercial multifamily because now we get to flex on what the management company does. That's where you really build wealth, is on those multifamilies. From there, we actually headed back to my old stomping grounds in Smithfield, where we were about 15 minutes ahead of an open house that Matt Mandeville was hosting on Old County Road.
We bought this one on the market for $330. It was listed for $375, so we got under ask. Put about $70 into it, so all in with closing commissions, about $4 1/4.
He's super young. I think he's like 22 or 23 years old, and he crushed it. Super impressed with his skill set and super impressed with what he's doing. Go check out Matt Mandeville. And from there, we went to 4 Legion Court in Johnston. So you guys have seen this one before. This is the Johnston Revival. It's currently for sale, so if you guys have a buyer in Johnston, come check it out. I would tell you my biggest advice when you guys finish a house is to stage it. Biggest thing that you guys will see when you walk through this house, which I love about Lexi, is that there is always a room with a desk in it so that people can write offers live when they're in the house. But that's how we try to push offers. Thereafter, we went to 34 Sampson. This is the Medicare makeover. We're in a nice neighborhood in North Providence, but the big play here is we're gonna add a bedroom in the front and then renovate the kitchen. But like structurally, this one's tight. After 34 Sampson, we went to 35 Ferncrest Boulevard in North Providence. This was a Matt Mandeville project. What Matt does very, very well is that he's gonna build a knowledge base of areas that he knows that properties are trading. So he develops this farm area and he's gonna pick up a property based on, is this for a first-time home buyer? Gonna stay in that 300 to 400K back end range.
You know, if we can give value to people, that's always great. At the end of the day, if we can help people start up, that's really fulfilling to us.
After Ferncrest Boulevard in North Providence, we went and had lunch. Shout out Dan Balkin of Balkin Title and Closing. We appreciate you sponsoring lunch. It was cool to see you out. After lunch, we started another commercial multi, another property Compliments of Moss Home Solutions. This was cool because one of the units was gutted to the studs and then one was finished. This is the bread and butter. We flip for show and we buy multis for dough. And then we go back to the drawing board and buy another flip. After 204 Chapin, we went to 139 Albert Ave. Honestly, when we picked up 139 Albert, it was a little bit of a tweener until the house next door sold. And when the house next door sold, we realized we had a home run of a deal. And this was a wholesale deal that we had on the Rehab Tour. So I think we recently cut the grass, we put in some new mulch, we put on a new roof. We're gonna paint the interior and we're gonna let it rip. From 139 Albert, we made our way back to Warwick. So we checked out 156 Dickens Street in Warwick, followed by 123 Kenway Ave. These were both Matt Mandeville projects, again, right in his first-time homebuyer wheelhouse. From there, we finished at my favorite current project, 400 Commonwealth Ave. We picked this one up for 180. So I know that in this area, people are gonna like the proximity to Kent Hospital, but I know that Weathersfield Common is also just over the way here. So if you guys have seen us, you know that we've done really well on condo flips, and this one's no different. Throughout the Rehab Tour, we've seen everything from something that's gutted to the studs to a finish and staged project, and that's the name of the game. We're gonna show you every step of the way, and we're gonna be your guide leading you to success in this real estate game. So that's a wrap on the Rehab Tour. We brought a ton of value. We touched base with CJ Moss, Matt Mandeville, and we saw 12 different properties driving value from learning of all the components of all the things that we do on these flips to generate a solid income every year. Coolest part on the Rehab Tour is the demographic of people who come out. Today we had a couple plumbers, a couple contractors, a couple wholesalers, a couple realtors. Literally the folks on the bus could to complete a full rehab together. And that's the power of community that we're building. So not only sharing all the knowledge, but having all the players on the bus. So if you're looking to get started investing in real estate, the Rehab Tour is where you need to be. If you guys are looking forward to the next one next year, drop your name below and we're here to help you out. We're here to crush your real estate goals.